Market research methods. Market research can find out one, quantitative information, which answers questions about the quantity of something. For example, how many sports shoes were sold in the month of December, or what percentage of children drink sugar-free cola. That is quantitative, numbers. Then it can also find out qualitative information, which answers questions where an opinion or judgment is necessary. For example, what do customers like about a particular product, or why do more women than men buy the company's products? These are information about quantitative and qualitative. So which is market research about? So both types of information can be gathered as a result of primary research or field research, secondary research or desk research. So we start with primary research. For primary research or field research is a collection and collation of original data. It involves direct contact with potential or existing customers. So for primary research, it means field research. You are there, getting first-hand information about a product from either potential customers or existing customers. So what are the advantages of primary market research? Number one, it is up to date and relevant to the business undertaking it, because it's just now. You are getting information about now. So it is relevant to the time. It is relevant at that time you are making that research.
Yes.
So whatever information you get at that time goes with the trend of that time, of that period.
Yes.
So it is usually planned and carried out by the people who want to use the data. It is first hand. So primary market research is basically carried out by those who need the information.
Yes.
You wouldn't have thought about it. You wouldn't have carried on the research if you don't need the information. Because you need the information, that's why you're carrying it out. Yes. So that's an advantage. 3, it is most effective when it is used to gather information which will help the business with a specific problem. For example, to test the market, to see if a new product would be likely to succeed. So it is most effective, they said, when you gather information
yes.
that will help your business to solve specific problem, it will be helpful. Because whatever information you get at that time, you would have gotten that information to answer those questions that were the problems.
Yes.
It is not available to other businesses unless they undertake their own research. So it is not available to everyone. It is exclusive to you.
It's not generalized. Yeah.
No. It is exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive. Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So what are the problems about primary market research? One, it can be expensive. For example, individually interviewing many people. It is expensive to carry out because you have to use a lot of money to do that.
Yeah.
So it is not available immediately. It takes time to collect. You might start today and it doesn't end until next month. It is difficult to put together. It's complex.
Yes.
So we have different types of market research.
Yes.
We're going there. We start with questionnaires. For questionnaires, we call them questionnaires because they're about questions. Okay, did they explain it? Okay, so we have questionnaires, we have online surveys, we have interviews, we have focus groups. These are all primary research because they happen right now.
Yeah.
So the process of market research, primary research. To undertake primary research, a business will normally go through a number of stages, as summarized below. First, what is the purpose of the market research? So there's a market research.
Yes.
About what? That's what we're talking about. So why are we carrying out this research? Why? That's the purpose. Decide on the most suitable method of research. So now that you're carrying out this research, what method is it advisable to use? Putting into account the time, the amount of money available. You need to put those things in place.
Yes.
So the third one, decide on the size of sample needed and who is going to be asked. So here we're talking about those that are going to be involved. You get it? We're talking about the respondents, those that are going to be involved. You need to decide on them. Carry out the research. Now that you have decided on who your respondents are going to be, then you can go on with the research. As soon as the research is carried on, the next thing is to collect the data and analyze them. That means whatever information you've gathered, you have to put them together and understand the information.
Yes.
Then, as soon as that is done, the next stage is to produce a report on your findings. So you've analyzed the information you've gathered. So what's your summary about this information? That is what you write in the report. Is it clear?
Yes.
So go to stages of primary research. Now go to the methods of primary research. We have the first one, questionnaires. For questionnaires form the basis of most primary research. Questionnaires may be conducted face-to-face, for example, in the street, by telephone, by post, or on the internet. Deciding what questions to ask is difficult if you want to be sure of getting accurate results. Some questions may not be very clear. Some questions may lead the respondents to answer in a certain way, which may not be what they really think. Closed questions often require a yes or no answer, but open questions allow respondents to explain answers in their own words. The researcher also needs to decide whom to ask. So for questionnaire, this is when questions are being asked from different respondents. The questions, it could be open-ended questions where you have the opinions of the researcher to talk about it.
Yes.
And you have the closed-end questions, which is just a yes or no. So it depends on the kind of research you're carrying on and the kind of respondents you want and the kind of results you want to get. So what are the advantages of using questionnaires? First, detailed qualitative information can be gathered about the product or service because it's a primary market research. You're seeking for information. So every detail matters. Every detail matters because you are seeking out for that information.
Yeah.
So that's one of the advantages. So you'll be getting all information that is needed. Two, customers' opinions about the product or service can be obtained. You've sent questionnaires. They've answered different questionnaires. So, 40% of them said yes, that your product is fine. 60 or 40, 55% said they don't know. And the rest of 5% say they don't know. So you'll be able to deduce certain information from that research. That is the point. Is it clear?
Yes.
Opinions are your yes or no. I'm in between. So these are different opinions. You can use these opinions to decide whatever you want to do as a business.
Yes.
They can be carried out online. So you can use online for questionnaires like the ones you do maybe after your WhatsApp call. They ask questions. Is it good, excellent?
Yes. Oh, 5 stars.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
to encourage people to fill in the questionnaire, vouchers can be offered or participants enter into a prize draw. So another way to encourage, another way, and why it's still advantageous to carry on primary research is that there's a way to give people incentive. So there are incentives to it that would make them to really want to answer those questions.
Yes.
Do you understand? So answer these questions, just whip up the ticket and submit the ticket for a raffle draw. So you are submitting your questionnaire with the ticket. So because there's a prize for it,
yes,
you feel motivated to do. You get it?
Yes.
So what are the problems of questionnaires? The first one, if questions are not well thought out, the answers to them will not be very accurate. It may be very misleading for the business if it is thought that a product is liked by consumers when in fact the respondents were only saying they thought the product was quite attractive, but they would not actually buy it. So look at the point there. It's a questionnaire. So it might be misleading. Customers telling you that, yes, the product looks nice.
Yeah.
But it looks nice doesn't make them to buy. Maybe they've never even bought it before. But with the look of things, or with the way it looks, they feel it's a product that we could buy.
Good, yeah.
Do you understand? But you are going to write it as if they have bought it. You are getting a report or feedback from them. That's the first problem about questionnaire.
Yes.
So carrying out questionnaires can take a lot of time and money. It is expensive. It takes a lot of time too.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
Yeah. Okay.
The third one.
Yeah.
Collecting and analyzing the result is also time consuming. Yeah, you've gathered this is quantitative.
Yeah.
You've gathered different data. You have to collate them. You have to put them together.
Time
It
consuming.
takes time. Yeah.
Mm.
So the next primary research method is online surveys. For online surveys, they said this can be carried out on specialized websites using any internet-connected device, including mobile phones. Researchers can design their own survey and post this on their website. The researcher will then email people to ask them to go to the website and complete the questionnaire. That is online survey. So each company might have their own website where they direct you to answer some questions about their product or service. What are the advantages of online surveys? One, fast with quicker response times than other forms of survey. It is faster because in as much as you go through that website, immediately you answer the questions and you send it.
Yeah.
So it's faster. And you get response immediately. Cheaper than interviews or postal questionnaires. It doesn't cost much in the long run. Easy to complete for the participants. So whoever is participating, the informations are clear. You just have to say yes, or you just have to fill out certain forms, and that's all. So they are clearer. Data collected can be quickly presented and analyzed using IT tools. So as soon as you submit, it starts counting. So you can easily figure out, because it's computerized. You can easily, both quantitative and especially quantitative information can be derived. Do you get what I'm saying there?
Yes.
You can use different IT tools to get the figures the numbers of people that have registered or that have made analysis. Do you get it? Oh, for example, let's say a Telegram. You can use it. You can give out a Telegram, your number on Telegram, to a certain group of numbers of people to join that group.
Yes.
So as soon as they join, it starts counting. So you get to know the numbers. These are ready-made tools of IT. So it's easy for you to collect figures.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Data collected but can be quickly presented. Okay, yes, that's about that. Then what are the problems about online surveys? One, absence of interviewer to explain open-ended questions or to ask follow-up questions to gain more detailed information is not. So that means the interviewer is not there. So basically, the respondent it's only the respondent and the computer.
So the questions are limited.
So you won't be able to ask questions. So if there are things that you need to know, especially for open-ended questions, it's your opinion though, but maybe you need to seek clarity. You won't be able to seek clarity because the interviewer is not available, it's absent. Cannot reach potential respondents who do not have access to the internet. So it's limited to those who have access to internet. That's another problem. Scope for fraud. Some people will just answer an online survey to gain an incentive being offered and not give honest answers, or they complete the survey carelessly. So it pave way for fraudulent acts.
Yes.
You get it? Maybe because there's an incentive. I just have to, and you feel, oh, if I don't answer these questions in respect to what they are expecting me, they won't be giving me those gifts. So I will answer, I will be dishonest. And I'm giving answers that does not really reflect on the reality. Do you get the point?
Yes.
Okay. So that's about survey. Then we'll go to interviews. When interviews are used, the interviewer, the person asking the questions, will have ready prepared questions for the interviewee, the person answering the question. What are the advantages of interviews? The interviewer is able to explain any question that the interviewee does not understand. So for open-ended questions that the interviewee doesn't understand, he's present, the interviewer is present. So his presence alone would help the interviewee.
Yes.
So detailed information can be gathered about what the interview is like and dislike about the product. Because you are both present. So it's easy for you to know the likes and the dislikes.
Yeah, about the product.
Yeah, I think it's clear.
Yes.
Because you have to ask questions towards it. So you get an answer immediately. Yeah. Then what are the problems about interviews? Whether consciously or unconsciously, the interviewer could lead the interviewee into answering in a certain way, resulting in inaccurate results due to interviewer bias. knowingly or unknowingly,
Mm.
the interviewer might give details that would enable the interviewee to answer the question in a way that will please the answers that the interviewer is wanting.
Yes.
He might do it intentionally and might be unintentional, but it could happen.
Subjective. Huh?
The interviewer becomes subjective,
Yeah.
yes,
The interviewer. Yeah.
because he's influencing or she's influencing the situation.
Yes.
Do you get that?
Yeah.
That's
Understood,
it.
yeah.
So go to the problems, right? We're still talking about the problem.
Mm.
So the first one I talked about is then intentionally or unintentionally, you might have influenced the answers of the respondents.
Yes.
The second one, the interviews are very time consuming to carry out, and therefore they are often an expensive way of gathering information. It's time consuming.
Yeah.
It takes time. So it means in as much as it takes time, it takes money.
Yes.
We go to focus group. This is where groups of people agree to provide information through a group discussion with a researcher present. So the group might discuss a specific product or their reaction to an advertising campaign, for example. This helps the business make future marketing decisions. Groups may also test new products and then discuss what they think of them, explaining what they like and what they dislike about them. So focus group. Businesses might use focus group to test markets because it involves at least some numbers of people.
Yes.
So which their opinion might be generalized.
Mm.
You get it?
Yes.
So with their opinion about the like or dislike of the product, you might as well like, okay, if these people are saying this, or a lot of people will say this, so let's say adjust.
Mm.
Clear?
Yes.
So it's about their opinion. Said it already. Focus group allows people to talk about, to make their opinion about this.
Yes.
So what are the advantages of focus groups? One, they provide detailed information about consumers' taste and preferences. Because you are in that group, the sample is the group. So you're able to get detailed information about their taste, their preferences, what they like, what they don't like. That is the point. So interaction between members of the group can help the business understand the reason for people's opinion. So there's always interaction within the group. So with that interaction, you'll be able to know as interviewer or the observer why people take certain decisions. Oh, that guy, this is how he is. This is how he thinks. So that is why he's coming up with that such opinion.
Yes.
You will be able to know why people take certain decisions, why people behave in certain ways through focus group. Because every individual in that group would have unique traits,
Yes.
unique feature, which will be helpful to your research. Is it clear?
Yes.
The third one, quicker and cheaper than individual interviews. Here, you're putting your cost will reduce.
Yes.
Because you are doing it once, not like you have to do one by one. Clear?
Yes.
Now the problems. The problems about focus group. The problems about disadvantages.
The same as the, yeah. Okay. Yeah. See the first one.
Okay.
Can I see what I'm talking about?
The first point. The problems about focus group one, they can be time consuming and expensive if conducted by a specialist market research agency. So, it's focus group. That means you put in certain group of, that group is your sample.
Yes.
So you might want to use specialists that have expertise.
Yes.
Gathering information in the focus group. So if you need to use experts, you have to pay more. That is what the point is talking about. So specialists on focus group, if those are the ones you want to use, then you might have to pay them well. That's expensive.
Yes.
So discussion could be biased if some people on the panel are influenced by the opinions of others.
Mm.
So because it's a focus group, I might be the one that always sit on the fence.
Yes.
Do you understand? I might not even give opinion. I might not even give my opinion. I will only say what A has said. I will only say what B has said.
Mm.
Oh, I'm always trusting. I do trust C. So whatever C says, I would derive my own opinion from what C says.
Yes.
So that was the problem about focus group. an individual might be influenced by certain individuals within the group.
Yes.
Clear. The third one can be dominated by just a few people. So the researcher will need to be experienced to deal with this. So you see why you need specialists, because it's a focus group. It might be a focus group, like, oh, this group of people, they are like 30, 40 people within that group.
Yeah.
But it might be 40 people, 40 individuals in that group, but maybe just 5 of them are vocal.
The rest is,
The rest are not.
Yeah.
So it will take experts, experiences to understand how to carry out information, or how to gather information within the such group. Because not all of them are giving their opinion, just 5 out of them. So you cannot form opinion regarding that. You need virtually everybody to give their own opinion so that you can gather information and collate information.
Yeah.
So if situation like this happens, you need experts to get things sorted. That's why it is expensive to get experts or specialists. I think it's clear.
Yes.
Then we go to the need for sampling. When deciding whom to ask to fill in a questionnaire or survey, or whom to interview, a sample has to be selected. This is because it would be too expensive and time-consuming to try to include all the relevant population in the research. So you need a sample frame. We call it sample frame, right?
Yes.
So there are 2 common methods of sampling. We have a random sample. Every member of the population has the same chance of being selected. People are selected at random, often by computer. For example, every 100 names in the telephone directory, the advantage is that everyone has an even chance of being picked, but not everyone in the population may be a consumer of a particular product being investigated. So, for random sampling, it means you are trying not to waste time. You are trying to be effective with time. So if you are trying to be effective with time, you could choose your sample frame randomly.
Yes.
So choosing your So if you are trying not to waste time, you could choose your sample frame randomly. So choosing it randomly means you won't be wasting time, you won't be wasting money. So, and everyone within that group, within that population sample, have equal chance of being chosen. So there won't be biasness. That is what random sampling is about. So in as much as you are being listed, you have an equal chance, like anyone within that group, to be selected.
Yes.
That is random sampling. I think it's clear.
Yes.
Then we have quota sample. People are selected on the basis of certain characteristics, for example, age, gender, or income. So here, because it's about quota, that means we need 10 females, we need 5 males, we need 7 this. So it is quota. So you are putting numbers. You are placing numbers in the quantity of those that have to be in your sample frame.
Yes.
So that's about sample frame, quota sample. So we go to secondary research. For secondary research, we're talking about desk research. So for it's the use of information that has already been collected and is available for use by others. So this information is already down. It's already available. So it's just for you to get there. That is desk. That's what I call it, desk. It's already on the desk or secondary.
Yeah.
So what are the advantages? One, often a much cheaper way of gathering information than primary research, as the data collection has already been done by others. So it is cheap because you don't have to invest on it. You don't have to spend to get it.
Yes.
2, it can be used to help assess the total size of a market by finding out the size of the population and its age structure. This type of information could not be obtained by primary research. You can't. You can't get census. You can't get statistics of people through primary research. It's going to take a whole time. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So it takes time. So it's good to use secondary research. The third point, newspaper may carry vital economic forecast if you are trying to assess when the recession is coming to an end and your sales are likely to increase again. So newspapers will give you information about details, about anything. So this type of things, you won't be able to get them when you do the research because they are based on different experiences of the past. So those experiences of the past have been written down. So you can use them to check what is happening right now. Does it correlate with it? And if it correlates, what happens afterwards? So at this stage, oh, it's always raining at this stage. Last year it was raining at this time. So if it's going to rain right now, so I have to prepare myself because it's almost the same thing as last year. So what are those things that they did? Those in the last year, what are those things they did? So you can do it. So based on that, you'll be able to, you are ready for whatever situation that might occur.
Yes.
You can't get this in primary research.
Yeah.
It is usually quicker to obtain secondary data than to undertake primary research. It is faster.
Yeah.
The information is ready-made. That is the point. Then what are the problems about secondary research? Data may have been collected several years ago and be out of date. It might be out of date. That's a problem.
Yes.
If it's not relevant to what is happening right now. So data is available to all businesses, not just collected for the sole use of one business. So the information you have access to, the same information that I will have access to. There's nothing different.
Not exclusive.
It's not exclusive. That's the problem. The third one, data may not be completely relevant as it was not collected with the needs of one business in mind. So whatever information you are getting is just going to be part of what you need. It is not what you need. Because what you need is what you are just researching for.
What?
When you, I will explain again.
Yeah.
For desk research,
yeah,
they won't give you total answer or total solution to your research. No.
No, okay.
Because the research was not done because of you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just gonna be part of what you need. It's just like maybe a literature review. So it's just going to be part of what you need. It's not going to give you the final answer you need. It's a desk research. It's carried out by somebody who doesn't have the same mindset as yours.
Yes.
Who carried it out when the business was not like how it is right now. So how do you want to use it to compare? How do you want to use it to solve your problem? No. It might just allow you to have knowledge about how to solve your problem. Clear?
Yes.
So go to internal sources of secondary data. A lot of information will be readily and cheaply available from the business owns record. Relevant quantitative information will be available from the sales department, which will hold detailed data on which brands of products have been selling well and in which area. The finance department could give detailed information about the cost. Sales department can give records about pricing, opinions of distributors, distribution and public relations personnel, finance department, customer service department. So what we're talking about internal source, these are information made available within the business. Like the finance department, marketing department, human resources department, whatever department you need.
Yes.
So they have the information of previous customers. So you can get the information you needed. That is internal.
Yes.
These sources are within the business, are from within the business.
Yes.
Then we have external sources. These are much more. This is when information is obtained from outside the business. External sources are many and varied and tend to depend on the type of product that is being researched. Information from external sources is inevitably of a general nature, as it has been gathered for some purpose other than the research that is being undertaken. The data can still be useful as long as the limitations are taken into account. Types of secondary research. We have government statistics. These are detailed sources of general information about such things as population and age structure. It is available in most countries. So government statistics are made available through the ministries. About population, you need to know the population of the country. You get to know through the Ministry of Ministry of Interior or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Newspapers, they write news. They give reports about past events.
Yeah.
So they are also already available. If there's a trade association for the industry, it often provides information for the businesses in that industry. So we have the trade association. They give details about different businesses. So whatever information you need about your business, not really your business now, business that have done the same business as yours in the past, you can get information from them.
So you don't make the same mistakes.
Yeah, at least when you have those information,
Yeah.
you can start from where those information stopped from.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And you can make yes, you have the information available to you. So the mistakes they make, you won't want to make the same mistake.
Yeah.
What they have done, great, you want to do better.
Yeah.
So that is it. Then we have market research agencies. These are specialist agencies that carry out research on behalf of companies or anyone who commissions them. They sometimes publish reports of their research into particular markets. However, while the reports contain very detailed information about the market, they're expensive to buy. Yeah, these ones are prepared by specialists. So it is expected to be expensive.
Yes.
Online sources provide an easily accessible source of a very wide range of information, including information on companies from their own website, government statistics, opinions about a product or service, on social media, newspaper websites. In fact, any paper-based sources of information can often also be easily and quickly accessed through the internet. However, care must be taken to check the sources of online information as it is not always reliable and up to date. So the internet, it provides access to a range of information for research. So what we're talking about in essence is this. For online sources, informations are always there. So you have different links. You can get information of the company through its website. You can get information of a government parastatal or government enterprise through the government website. Yeah. So whatever information you need, you might as well have access to them through the internet. But you should just note that not all the information there not all information you see are the real information. The company might be holding some information to themselves. Yes. Not just bringing out or dishing out all information regarding their company. Yes. So some things might not be stated. So that's all about, is that all about market secondary research? Okay, so that's about primary and secondary research. Thank you. So we'll go on to who carries out market research in the next lesson.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. Why?
Huh?